This is Chris Maddox from the Wild Woman Project, and I'm speaking to you today because I always speak to you at new moon time, and the new moon's coming. December 11th, 2015, we'll have the new moon in Sagittarius. And if you are new to the Wild Woman Project, first of all, welcome. And second, you're going to notice really quickly we make a really big deal about the moon cycle, specifically the new moon time. We really zero in on that time. And one of the many reasons is that in the sky, if you stand outside on December 11th in the night sky, you're not going to see the moon. The moon is, in a sense, retreating back behind the sky. So we really take that sort of as a cue that we are supported in doing the same thing ourselves. So wild woman moon circles are happening all over the world. There's also the new moon companion that you can explore solo. It's a virtual retreat. You can do it from anywhere. And each month we sit together and we sit with one theme. And the theme is always sort of an exploration, a dive, and it's inspired by the astrological placement of that particular new moon. So the new moon that's coming December 11th is going to be in the sign, the astrological sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the final fire sign. You know, here we are approaching the depths of winter, the darkest day of the year, December 21st, the winter solstice, and we have the final fire sign, the new moon in the final fire sign. I think there's a significance to that. There's a certain way in which, at where the moon is astrologically really kind of affects us collectively, or perhaps cues as to what's naturally going to be coming up for us at that time. So on this new moon, December 11th, it is likely that we're going to feel that sense of kind of inner fire and inner illumination when we most need it, here at the end of the year, when it's very common practice to start to take stock of, well, what has this year been for me, and begin to look forward to the new year. So in a sense, in a certain way, we'll be doing some of that in a very wildish way in our circle. This in our circle and in the new moon companion this month. And what we're zooming in on, really sort of inspired by the constellation of Sagittarius. And if you have ever seen a picture or have seen it in the sky, it's that of the archer. And this particular archer is half man and half horse. And that Sagittarius has this distinction of being the only sign, the only constellation in the zodiac that is part animal and part human being. And I think that there's something very significantly wild woman about Sagittarius, the sense of, having a point of focus and a ferocity in the focus. And in having that sense of being, very much in touch with our humanness, and very much in touch with our wildness, our connection to nature, our connection to the planet, our connection to the cosmos. So, this month we're going to be working with the theme in Circle and in the New Moon Companion. We're going to be working with this theme of activating the huntress. The huntress archetype is so in alignment. You can think of Artemis, the Greek goddess of the hunt, sometimes referred to as the Lady of Wild Things, and that sense of the symbolism of the bow and the arrow and what that means to us. So we'll be activating this feminine archetype of the huntress, which is quite strong physically, very focused, very clear, kind of like a no BS sort of arrow of truth. And we'll be really sort of sitting with certain questions about, really we'll be asking ourselves the question on, on this leg of our journey in life, what is our primary focus? Like, what's the target? Because there are seasons to life, and there are all these different areas, and there's a time and place for certain, um, points of focus. So we're really going to get clear on kind of like, what's the primary? What are we gonna focus on? What are we gonna do? And where are we gonna point our arrow? So we are going to call in this archetype of the huntress, into circle, into our new moon companion, in order to explore that question. So it should be a juicy, fiery, clarifying circle. So I hope that if you feel called, if you like this idea, if you want to go deeper into it, either find a wild woman moon circle near you, sign up for the new moon companion. You can download it from anywhere. It's 2 audio files where we really go deeper into this. We do a visualization, we do intention setting. And if you are feeling called to gather the women, if you're feeling called to start a wild woman moon circle of your own, we have a training program coming up. It starts in January, and we're about half full right now. So I'll put all the links to these things below this video, and if any or all of them speak to you, I hope that you answer that call, and we'll get to know each other even better. So I'm wishing you a clarifying, fiery, uh, fierce new moon time. May you utilize it. Even if you don't do any of the things that I just said, even if you just take a moment to press pause on your life, give yourself 30 minutes, give yourself an hour to sit with yourself, light a candle, take out your journal, and reflect. 'Tis the time. So, all right, I'll see you over at thewildwomanproject.com.